What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into the Superhuman Garden YouTube channel. So today is March 18th, right? It's 27 degrees out here, but it feels pretty good because the sun is shining. But without further ado, I'm going to show you some very resourceful ways to kind of utilize the different items in your house that'll help you in your garden, right? So we always want to remain resourceful, and we want to use what we have to keep our costs down when it comes to gardening, right? Now, the first thing I like to do is recycle bottles like this. And so I like to twist the top off, and you can get a nail, all right? So get a nail and a hammer, all right? And you just poke holes through on this top. So maybe about 5 different holes in different places. All right, so I got 3. We'll do 2 more. And you can do more if you need to. All right, so I'm basically creating like a diamond shape with a point in the middle. All right, so now I'm going to twist it back on, and this is how I actually water my seedlings. All right, that way water doesn't just scatter everywhere and make a big mess. It's nice and controlled for something like this. As you can see, water is easily coming out, and you can easily control you watering your seedlings, okay? Now, the second tip I have for you is when it comes to transplanting, right? So let's say you have seed trays and you know, something like this, right? And so what I have is purple broccoli here, and I want to have backups. So today it was 16 degrees, again, March 18th, and we're still getting that sub-zero temperature at night. So what I would do to be resourceful and keep my costs down, to bring the transplant over to something bigger, I would use a styrofoam cup or a plastic cup that you have in the house, and you can use any screw. All right, so you can see we got a screw here, a different screw. You could even use a nail and just poke holes through. That way your soil will be well draining, right? So you don't want water just sitting on the roots of your plants, right? So you could just poke holes straight through. And this is good enough right here. Once you water your plant, the inside is gonna drain. Now, if you don't have a nail, you can use a screw, all right? And you could just slowly screw in there. And I like using this one because it creates a bigger hole. Screw it on in there carefully, unscrew it, and there's a hole straight through there, enough for water to just drain out. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is put some soil in here, and I'm gonna transplant one of our plants from here. I like to use forks if I don't have like actual cells. So this is just flat straight across with different seedlings, okay? And so I'm gonna scoop it up, get my seedlings here, transplant, and I'm just gonna put my soil around it, make sure it's nice in there. I might need a little bit more, okay? And now I would use my mini watering can here to really control how I'm watering my plant, okay? And so you can see how these 2 items come in handy. Now let me show you what else we got going on for some tricks. Now again, as you can see, we have forks in between our plants, right? Now, the reason we have the forks is because we have critters that come through and dig out the garden, right? We got cats that come through here. We got squirrels, we got chipmunks. And basically what this does is it discourages them from digging out your areas in your garden, right? Now, even when it comes to underground, you have things like moles that like to kind of build tunnels. It disrupts what they want to do if you have raised beds like this just directly above the natural ground, right? So this is a good tool to use in order to keep your garden intact, you know, keep the pests from digging holes and whatnot out of the garden. Okay, now you also notice that we have like mini greenhouses on top of every plant out here. Again, guys, I'm in grow zone 5B, so even though it's March 18th, you'll notice that the temperature, like I said, this morning we were like in the teens, right? So we're still dealing with that, and I'm going to show you what happens. Now, underneath, I'm going to show you as an example, we have broccoli here, all right? So if I flip this up, all right, you notice, even though that it was in the teens, right? Notice how soft it is, right? So it protects the ground and the plant from being frozen. All right, so this is something I've been doing for years, and it's worked out really well for us. Okay, now we got more tips and tricks coming. Just be patient with me, guys. I hope you guys got something out of this video. Till next time, guys, protect your plants, protect your hard work, use what's resourceful in your garden. Until next time, peace out.